What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to get a quick talk with you guys today on this day. Had a situation come up, and a lot of situations like this happen a lot in the world. But I just wanted to speak on this today because I had a situation come up. And I have several friends like where this situation that I'm about to talk up happens to them and everything. But I just had something recently, like I said, that made me want to talk about it. And what I wanted to talk about today is people that let people control you. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about stop letting people's opinion control your life. Control you. Don't let other people's opinion become your reality. We have to stop letting people who do so little for us control so much of us. You get what I'm saying? And we have to stop letting people keep us staying in a place that we know we're not supposed to be in. And a lot of that comes with us, having to take responsibility for ourselves. You have to, I tell my friends this, you have to kind of define yourself before others have the opportunity to. You have to, if you know yourself, define yourself as a person, you already know who you are. And when you understand that, all these other people's opinions are irrelevant because you already know who you are as a person. So I always tell these people, my friends and everything, they have to find who they are as people. I'm not trying to bash them or anybody like that, but like I said, their opinions are irrelevant. So what I hope to gain from talking about this is whoever's listening can help strengthen their relationship with trying to find themselves. Like I said, if you already know who you are, you can't be defined and you can't be controlled. Opinions don't matter. And some of us have the habit when we're being like that, listening to others too much, we start being people pleasers. And when you be a people person, a people pleaser, excuse me, that's you're not doing anything for yourself. You're just basically doing whatever somebody says, and that's it, done and there. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. And when I say stop people pleasing, some things that I also tell friends that you kind of got to get out of by being a people pleaser is one, you got to stay in tune with your own feelings. You got to listen to your gut per se. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if somebody's telling you something and you know it's bad, listen to your gut. Listen to how you feel about the situation, especially if you know it's not right. You get what I'm saying? Why do something anyway, even though you're right? You're not right, excuse me. Another thing I would say, I always tell people, certain situations they be in, they have to speak up and communicate with people and tell them what they will and won't tolerate in their life. You don't want to be that person that's around these people, they all around, walking all over you and basically in front of everybody else, talking however they feel they can talk to you in front of you, in front of all these people and things like that. You can't do that. I tell them, you gain so much more respect if you stand up for yourself and you speak and show your confidence and your strength to communicate what you will and won't tolerate. And when you do that, they just have so much more respect for you. And it's after that, they be like, oh, okay, I know they're not down like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this person like that. They're not gonna go for that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's probably like one of the main things that I tell people all the time. You know, I read this somewhere, like, you have to give yourself kind of like permission to be happy. You got to be true to yourself on what you want to do with your life. You know, you control that. If you have goals, you know, set them. Set yourself a standard and, you know, complete that goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know what you want to do with your life. Another thing I would say, it's something that I also, you know, have trouble doing sometimes, even to this day, is making self-care a priority. Taking care of yourself is a priority. You know, not saying that you shouldn't care about anybody else in your life that's a loved one or anything, because you should, but you got to make sure yourself is straight first. You know what I'm saying? Because like me personally, like, I always put my kids before anything. Like, my kids, you know, being a single father, I do everything for them first for anything. I mean, like, even before I was a single father, like, all my kids was my priority. My wife was my priority. And like, I just did everything for him, and I never really took time for myself, like things I wanted or goals that I had. You know, it's like I kind of set them aside. And, you know, you got to put some self-care, you know, yourself. So yeah, so basically, like I was saying, with this situation that I had with a friend of mine, like, that made me bring up this subject. Like, I help this friend out all the time. Like, they are a very dear friend of mine. Like, I even consider them a friend now and everything. But had a situation where I was helping them out. I helped them out with something, and I tried to reach back later that day to see if they got the video, if they had everything was straight, when was they gonna upload it, things like that. And I had noticed that I was like unfriended, like blocked from social media and stuff, to where I couldn't contact them no more. And I'm like, what the world going on and stuff like that. But I ended up getting in contact with the person, and they told me like this whole story that was going on and stuff like that. And basically it was like they removed themselves because they didn't want to keep no drama going on, and, you know, things like that and stuff. And which I understood it, but at the same time, I'm sitting here like, to this person, I'm like, okay, you're a grown person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have nobody tell you who you can and who you can't talk to, who you can and who you can't see, and, you know, all different type of things like that, man. I'm just like, crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and then if I told y'all what the reasoning for all this mess was, y'all would look at me like I'm crazy. Like, y'all would look at me like I'm straight crazy. Like, really? And I'd be like, yeah, really. You know, but I mean, I guess I understand it. You know, it's a family thing, you know, and stuff like that. But at the same time, this person let other people's opinion control their life, you know. So I wish that person the best, man. I mean, I wish all my friends the best, you know, and everything. But, you know, I chose after that, you know, just to remove myself from that situation and everything, because, you know, I didn't want to start no drama and things like that. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, like, I mean, nobody has time for that. Like, I know what type of person I am and things like that. So hopefully this person, you know, at some point in time in their life, they'll take the advice that I've always told them, and they'll stop letting other people's opinions control their life. You know, letting other people's opinions become their reality and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just, you know, people out there, man, just stop letting other people's opinions control your life. Just stop it. You know, thanks again for tuning in today, watching this video. Make sure you like, Make sure you comment. If you comment below, just tell me what you actually think on this type of situation that I addressed today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that post notification bell. That way, any other time we upload content for you guys will know that we did that, and y'all can go check it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a nice day today. I just had to get that off my chest. And yeah, we out.
I just stay doing this. Out with the oldest, the new me. I'm just straight living my life. We living like we in the movies. She want that bubble bath. I said, really, girl, you don't amuse me. They really just wanna pursue me. Really just wanna just use me.